Hello everyone, my name is Rani Kadal and I am an NLP practitioner and master lifestyle coach. Now, I teach a couple of seminars, one on magical relationships and one on the dance of seduction, which relates specifically to people wanting to meet a partner. Now, that could be a long-term partner, or that could just be meeting people to date and have, relationships with. We've all heard of the law of attraction, and we've all heard it being applied to things like materialistic possessions or finding a better job, but you can absolutely apply this to also finding a fantastic relationship for yourself, a magical relationship. So one of the first steps in the article that I've written, called The Real 5 Laws of Attraction, is that you need to be aware. You need to be aware of what your patterns are. Now, we have patterns for everything. We have patterns for the way that we brush our teeth, the way that we prepare our lunch, our daily routines. So if there's something that's not working for you when it comes to dating or attracting the right type of person, this article will help you. So the first thing is to be aware. Be aware of what your patterns are. What are the type of people that you're attracting? And then have a think about it. Do all of your partners from the past appear to have a common trait? Okay. The second thing is to take responsibility. Take responsibility. It's not every single partner that you've had in the past that has been, the loser or the psycho or the bastard, or, oh, I've just met all the wrong people. Take some ownership. The issue is you. I say that with the most amount of love, because once you take that responsibility, once you realize that it's actually you that can be the director of your own life movie, you can then change the outcome of what happens. So we're going to stay on this point a little bit longer. So if you know that there are people that always seem to, attract alcoholics, or they always tend to be in a relationship which is abusive, like perhaps their partner beats up on them, it is sad, and yes, it is unfortunate, but if you're supporting them, saying to them, you're meeting the wrong people, it's not you, you're lovely, it's them. No, it's them, okay? Because they're attracting the same people again and again. And if this is happening to you, I'm saying it, take ownership, because it's you that's actually attracting these issues, these people and these experiences to yourself. So let's have a look at what we can do about that. The third step that is discussed in this particular article is to understand the difference between the male and female energy, and what the difference is between what men and women want. Now, biologically, we've known for a long time that men want to spread their seed, and they're not generally, we're being very general here, but they don't generally want to be tied down to one person. We're not talking about new society where they're open to the idea because they want the family, they want the security and other values that they might have. But biologically, the man isn't necessarily somebody who stays with a partner monogamously all of his life. If we look at biologically, the female is the nurturer. She's the one that wants to set down the roots and have a family and have a committed relationship for a long period of time. That is generally how female energy is hardwired. Male energy, again, we've discussed this in the article, but it's very purpose and direction focused. It's like I want to know where I'm going, and I want to follow that and follow through with action. And that's very left brain, that's very logical. The female energy can be like a sea. It can be completely still and silent, but it can be like massively disruptive too, and we've all experienced that. With that in mind, that's very right brain. Female energy is very right brained, and that's very creative. So we need to first recognize that that can be within you. If you're a woman, you can have masculine energy and feminine energy, and likewise for your partner, if you're dating a man, he could have feminine energy or masculine energy too. Just be aware of that, and just be aware of how you can harness those different energies to work for your, to your benefit. Okay, the fourth point that we're discussing in this article today is the difference between seduction and attraction. Seduction is about showing your partner that you can meet their values. You're seducing them. You're saying, I can meet your needs. So first of all, you need to work out what's important to them. And what simpler way than just to ask them, what's important to you? That's one of the very, very, very basic skills of seduction. You can learn more about that. There's a lot more information out there. If anyone's interested, I'm happy to post more information on seduction, but for today we're going to leave that. Now, attraction is what we're basically focusing on today, and what this article is about. Attraction is literally magnetizing people to you. Okay, it's about having the choice of a longer term relationship if that's appropriate for you, or whatever it is that you want to attract for you at this moment in your life, in your dating life, whether that be some fun, a longer term, shorter term or a longer term relationship, an engagement, a marriage, a family with children, is to actually first of all be aware of what you want, and second of all to follow through with it, to understand that it is distinctly different to seducing someone. Attraction is the vibration that you send out. You're actually magnetizing those people to you. We've all heard of people saying, send out positive vibes and you'll get that back, and that is basically what the law of attraction is. But how do you do that? Because we've all read, various books out there saying send out positive vibrations, meditate on this, visualize, be aware of what you actually want. Some books even suggest that we write a checklist and be really, really clear on what we actually want to attract from our dream partner. But what do we do? How do we actually go about magnetizing that person to us? And that is what we're going to discuss in the fifth point, which is summarized in this article. It is to actually be that magnet. So if you're trying to attract love, be love. If you're trying to attract, a particular experience, already include that into your life. The Buddhist philosophy of be, do, have has a component missing in the way that we actually apply it in society or in the law of attraction. The be is to actually have the internal dialogue in our mind, and to actually tell ourselves that we do deserve this, that we do deserve love, we do deserve this fantastic relationship. Because if you're ultimately telling yourself, oh no, things are going to mess up, or all men are bastards, or eventually I'll get dumped, or I'm not good at relationships, then that's what you actually end up manifesting. And your mind is very powerful, so start to train your mind and how to stay positive. And I actually have another article called Empowering versus Imprisoning Thoughts, which we'll talk about later on. To stay in the B is going to be discussed a little bit more in this other article, but for now what we're going to say is just to stay in positive thinking every minute of every day if you can. And it doesn't matter if your mind wanders, just come back to it. Now, the have is what we actually want to attract. We want to have this magical relationship. We want to have this fantastic person in our life. So the do is when you go to, your seminars, or you're watching these types of videos, or reading articles such as the one I have written there. The component is to actually have the action as well, to fulfill what you're thinking and to match that with action, and then to attract the outcome. So those are three very distinct phases. And again, just to be really clear, your internal dialogue is the B, so you're actually being positive, your thinking, all of the things that you actually want to attract, and your energy that you're sending out to the universe is in line with that. The doing is to take the action, is not only to read the books and the seminars, but to actually take action every single day, and remembering that wherever your energy goes, it will be directed by your focus. So if your focus is that you do want to have that magical relationship, behave in that way. Don't go out and get trashed and pick up random people and, you know, feel bad about it later if that's not what you eventually want to attract. Okay, so the have is to be really, really clear and be really focused on what you actually want, and we're going to discuss that a little bit more in the other article of empowering versus imprisoning thoughts. But for some ideas right now could be to start a vision board, rather than focusing on the, you know, the checklist of this guy has to look like this, or this girl has to be this thin, or he has to be this tall. Think about the experiences that you actually want to share with that person, and then we'll discuss how you start to resonate so you can attract that. But that was a little introduction on what this article is about, and hopefully you enjoy it, and we continue our learning journey together from now.